I can't tell if you can see this right now, but I have this terrible, terrible bug bite right here. Hi guys! Today I'm going to be doing my July wrap-up video because I read 17 books this month. I started this month reading Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson, and I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was good. I really liked the family aspect of this book. Her relationship with her father and her brother and sister and her mom, and especially her father. Tears. The second book that I read was 8th Grade Bites by Heather Brewer, and this is from the Vladimir Todd Chronicles. I ended up giving it 3 out of 5 stars because it is really entertaining and I think it's super funny even now when I reread it. But you can't go in wanting to be surprised by something or expecting amazing writing because it's just average. The characters are funny, but they aren't anything super special. The next book that I read was The Crown's Game by Evelyn Skye. Now, I actually have a book review video for this, so if y'all want to go see that, click on the book right now. Woohoo! Links! But I ended up giving this book a 5 out of 5 stars because it was beautifully written, first off. I thought that the writing was incredible. Also, I loved the magic aspect of it so much. The things that happen in this that are magical are just so creative. I don't know how Evelyn Skye came up with them, but I'm so happy that she did. Next book that I read was City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. All of the characters in this, I miss it so much, so I'm happy I'm rereading them, but 5 out of 5 stars. If you haven't read the series, just get on that. The next book that I read was Since You've Been Gone by Morgan Matson. I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars because I really liked the friendship that went on in the book, even though you don't really see the friend in person, it's normally flashbacks, but it's so sweet. Out of the 3 Morgan Matson books that I've read, I think that this one has the most believable romance because it doesn't develop in like a day or in a few days. It develops over like a few weeks, which is so much more believable to me, and they just seem to have a lot more of a connection. So I gave 4 out of 5 stars. The next 3 books that I read were City of Ashes, City of Glass, and The Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. Mortal Instruments series, Infernal Devices series. I've never read the Infernal Devices. It was like Shadowhunters in Jane Austen. I love it so much. 5 out of 5 for all 3 of them. The next section of books that I have read were all of my Booktubeathon books. First off was A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. And this is my very first V.E. Schwab book that I've ever read, and I fell in love with her writing from the very first sentence. The story in general was so unique. It's like going between 3 different dimensions of London, and I was just, it's so cool. Also, if I didn't say it, this was 5 out of 5 stars. Next one was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and this, of course, 5 out of 5 stars. It's my favorite thing in the world. Next one that I read was Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Now, out of the 2 books of hers that I've read so far, this one's my favorite because it's so cool. It's like 2 anti-heroes. Everyone is kind of bad, crazy stuff going on. So 5 out of 5 stars for this one. Next one that I read was Cat's Cradle by Kurt Vonnegut, and this is like one of my dad's favorite books. I did have some fun reading it. I thought it was really entertaining and I liked the, you know, satire, but overall I was like, 3 out of 5 stars. Next read was Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. This book was so good. I was laughing out loud so many times because the characters are freaking hilarious. Simon is supposed to be like a Harry Potter-esque character, and he's just clumsy. He can't do crap. 5 out of 5 stars. And the last 2 books of Booktubeathon were just really short ones because I had to switch them out because I didn't have time to read the 500-page books. Bad choice, friend. And they are Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist and Dash and Lily's Book of Dares, both by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan. They're just your typical cheesy romance books. Dash and Lily's, the perspectives of these 2 were just hilarious because Lily is this adorable little munchkin and she's just constantly being cute, while Dash is just intellectual and everything he says, I'm like, please just keep talking. I want to be in your mind all of the time. So this one I ended up giving 4 out of 5 stars because the writing and the people in general were just a lot better. Plus the romance didn't take place within, you know, 5 hours. I don't like when things are rushed like that and then at the end they're like, oh, I love you, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what just happened? Meanwhile, the Nick and Nora's Infinite playlist was 3 out of 5 stars because this did have that really short 5-hour romance. The characters as individuals weren't interesting to me. Their friends I found super interesting, but they weren't around a lot of the time. The next book that I read in the month of July was A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness, and I'm covering things up because this is a library book, so I'm like, don't look where I live, no! So I ended up giving this book a 5 out of 5 stars because I was just crying the entire time. There's so much sad stuff that happens in this book, not just because of what's going on to the main character and the main character's mom, but because of the mental stuff that the main character is dealing with, and I just found that part the most heartbreaking. Also, the way that it's written feels like I'm reading a child's bedtime story, if that makes sense, which made it even more emotionally scarring to me. So, wonderful job, 5 out of 5 stars. The last book that I read this month was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Yeah, 5 out of 5 stars. That's all the books I read. That's 17 books. That is a crap ton of books. Have I done nothing but read this month? I mean, I'm okay with this. My social life has gone out the window, but I'm okay with this. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please go subscribe down below if you think I'm entertaining. And I guess that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye! My soul belongs to J.K. Rowling at this point.